if you were, and I know you were in MK, if you were to be a career politician now, which political party do you think you could last 6 months?
If I was a career politician,
Yes.
and it was about the stomach, I would go with MK. But
Okay.
I'd give them problems because I'm not a Zuma camp at all.
Yes.
But I'm an MK.
Yes.
But I'm not a Zuma camp.
I'm asking you deliberately that because I gave an example of how Bonkosi Kanyile is struggling in MK.
Yeah, I can see.
There's a young man called Khanki who was fired by Julius Malema, and I told him, if you go to MK, you're not gonna last. And he's still dilly-dallying now. He's MK at heart, but he's still reluctant to go there.
A lot of us are MK at heart, but the thing is, we've got to bow down to the Zumas, and it's like, I ain't going to do that. I don't even rate those people. Snap!
So,
yes. I can't do that. And I can't be with, like, I feel as if my voice came before Twitter. Do Twitter and then she must be in a high position. I'm like, that's crazy.
Let's talk about Kwezi. So I'm one of those who say, because Ntsiki,
I need a fan. Yes. Hey guys, the 40s and hot flashes.
Ntsiki for Stella, hot flashes. Victoria's just hot. No, Skaroba like that. I'll give you another one. Let me give you Dictionary of Religion.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
all right.
Okay, Bon.
But
let's talk about
Casta's comments during Fees Must Fall.
Anyways. Castaman was just a student. The student was worried about things.
And the other students must suffer because she sorted out.
Yeah, Mara. People make mistakes.
But you were saying, no, I love Casta.
Yes. Yeah. So, I don't like a quiz. Yeah. Because I'm a man.
Yes.
And I'm taking a position as a man. Mm-hmm. I'm one of those who say, Jacob Zuma was acquitted.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're going to allow a cloud to linger on someone's head, even when Pula Inele, the season has to change, remove it on, I still think it's unfair to attach Kwezi with Jacob Zuma. That's me as a man, and that's my stance. I want to give an opportunity to talk about this.
I think Jacob Zuma was an elder in that situation, and it's his comrade's child who has passed. I think there's something very off about that. Just me personally, where you just like, you were in a position of power. It's much like the Judge Mbenge situation now, where we're like, yeah, she floated back, yes, it's valid, but he was in a power. There was a power dynamic. So the minute there's a power dynamic, there's no consent, and it's not, the ground is not equal at all. So Kwezi Lingwana, Mosu, right? So whichever way we look at it, I mean, even if I do believe that she was a honey trap and she was set as a honey trap, but if he is a principled person, he wouldn't have gotten into that in the first place. So I believe that MK should actually have a Kwezi scholarship for young women, just so that we're acknowledging, hey, something went a little bit off. I do believe that we're all human and we all fuck up on some level. So one cloud can't follow you forever or whatever, but it's part of your accountability to own it. But after you have done this court case, you go out there and sing Mshiniwam. It's very provocative, and it just had another energy. So just to calm everything, there are times when you must apologize even when you think that you were not wrong, but just to be like, okay, I'm in this position now, and it's like this.
For the same vein, I suppose you blame him for Sonono.
I just think it's so messy. I just think, be a father. Like, there's this thing where men, why do you call women hoes and feathers and then think that when you do it, then it's attractive? It's not attractive. It's not attractive. So there is no way we can glorify being philanderous and having no sexual discipline, and then we must act as if, yeah, no, it's fine.
So you understand you are not only a social commentator. Some people look at you as a cultural defender.
Yeah. I believe in polygamy, but it must be done respectfully.
Yeah.
You can't just be sleeping with everybody.
Yeah.
That's not polygamy.
So, for context, Jacob Zuma had a baby with Sonono Khoza, who is Evan Khoza's child. And people are saying, for the same way you are crazy, Jacob Zuma must have had no-go areas with certain women. And I think age gap between Winnie Mandela is about 28 years.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. And I'm raising it because you spoke about the judge now. Or Mutula Kumunyani. Ntsiki, what's your age limit in terms of your hitting range? What's your age limit?
It's not even about, it's not the what, it's the how. We cannot celebrate poor sexual discipline, guys. Like someone who is, and I'm not saying this about Baba, I'm just saying promiscuity on its own. It's not a sexy thing. And if you're a leader, you have to be disciplined. To those that much is given, much is expected, whether you like it or not. So if you're in a position of power, there are certain things that you know you can't do. Otherwise, it's going to create crazy situations that follow you for the rest of your life. You reap what you sow.
So there's a book, it could be here. Yeah, Shembe, Absolute Shembe. It's written by Vidagaz. So I'm Nanguni. I battled with the word Isoga. So in the book,
you see,
he explains to you the difference between a playboy and Isoga.
Okay.
He says, Ushembe, he was a woman's man. And he explains the difference. And he says, why Isoga? And I'm not Nguni. And it's very difficult for me to understand. But he draws a distinction with a man. What bachelor in English? They say what bachelor. So he was a bachelor who was attractive. It was a heartthrob. Women, fell. It was a paint drop. So women loved him. So they're speaking to him as a playboy, but in a respectable manner. And when you are saying, in other words, nonsense, these people are just the same. There's just a womanizer. Is that what you're saying?
I am.
So Jacob Zuma.
I am.
Jacob Zuma is loved. And people love him. He doesn't force himself to women. Women love him. So Jacob Zuma does not go around forcing women on him. You understand? And we find it very difficult as African people, people, to say this is a virile man and this is a man of dignity and all women want him. So you are saying a man like that must exercise caution and limit himself in a world where Zulu men can culturally practice his tempo without any judgment. So I want you...
There's nothing wrong with this tempo. There's nothing wrong with polygamy.
He's not forcing himself on anyone. Women want him and he wants them back. What is wrong with that? And I'm asking you as a cultural activist. Yeah, explain it to me.
If the gender was reversed, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think of a female that people keep saying, they've been around.
We've got plenty.
Oh, you give me, because I want to understand, why is she like that?
Charlize Theron.
Why Charlize Theron is she like that? Really, I hadn't even heard.
She's got a list. Charlize Theron.
Really?
But I'm just saying she's got a list. I'm not saying it's fair.
Yeah, but the thing is that this example is bad because